Okay, hi guys, welcome back to Exes and Now's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex. I am in New York City, New York, and I forgot my microphone in LA, California, Los Angeles, California. So I'm recording this on my iPhone again with the audio, so hopefully it sounds okay if you're just listening. I have in fact lost my voice, so that's new development. And yeah, also my mom just got to New York and she's here right now. So I'm going to keep this intro kind of short because I do want to go spend time with her. I still have exciting things I need to fill you guys in on that I haven't yet, but I was waiting for some things. So soon I'll tell you some exciting things. Anyway, if you didn't see, I announced my guests. If you subscribed to my Patreon, then you were there for the live stream. And I went through and I announced everyone. I did that on Sunday. If you're not subscribed to my Patreon, then you may have seen on my Instagram at nowthisisliving all the guests. You can see them now. If you haven't seen, I highly suggest you go and look. I'm so excited about all of them. I can't believe that they're willing and able to do it. It is like truly an honor that anyone would want to go on a tour with me or go on a stage with me, let alone some of these people who are just like extremely influential, very talented, very funny, very interesting. It is New York, so you might hear the siren. Anyway, it's an honor. It's such an honor that these people said yes to me and are going to be on my tour. So I hope you'll go look. And I hope if you haven't bought a ticket yet, you will buy a ticket. Come see me on tour. Come see me and my guests on tour. I think that's really all I wanted to say quickly today. And I just wanted to also hype up my guest today, Gabby Bryan. I think she's so funny. It's such a treat to have comedians on the podcast because they just really keep me on my toes and like everything is just funny and flows in such a fun way. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I think it was really silly. Yeah. Okay. Enjoy. Love you all. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. Shopify makes it so easy to sell online. For me, that's my Friend of Dorothy line, but that's also been everything I've ever sold online. I have used Shopify to do it. They have a really simple dashboard where you can keep track of all your orders and all the products that you have and your taxes and all these things. And it's so simple and it's laid out for you. And you can also make creative changes to the layout of your website without having any knowledge in coding, and you don't need to be good at graphic design or anything. They make it so simple. It's so easy. Upgrade your business today and get the same checkout I use on Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/exes and start selling today. And one more time, that's shopify.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Folks. Finding a therapist that gets you and your experiences, all your X's and your O's, isn't exactly easy. That's why I want to take a second to tell you about Folks Health. They've made it so much easier to find a therapist who actually gets what it means to be a lesbian. And booking online is super easy. They have dedicated LGBTQ therapists around the country, and you can start your therapy from literally anywhere. A couch, your bed, your call. And they take insurance, so therapy can be as low as $15 a session. And if you don't have insurance, no worries. You can see the upfront pricing before you book. LGBTQ people deserve accessible, affirming mental health care. If you've been thinking about starting therapy, let this be your sign. Right now, the first 100 people who sign up with the code Shannon get to try Folks free for 1 month. Go to folkshealth.com and use code Shannon to sign up today. Go to folkshealth.com and use code Shannon to get started. That's FOLX health.com. This episode is sponsored by Indeed. Hiring the right people quickly is so important. I've learned that so much in the last year with all the moving parts I have going on between doing my tour and doing my merch line and doing the podcast. It's really important, and time is so precious. And listeners to this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at indeed.com/XS. Just go to indeed.com/XS right now and support my show by saying that you heard about Indeed from me. Indeed.com/XS. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, Indeed is all you need. Okay, hi guys, my name's Shannon Beveridge. Welcome back to Exes and O's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex. And today's guest, I'm so excited that you're here. She is a comedian, a podcast host, and also an Emmy winner, apparently. Which
Barely.
Nope, definitely an Emmy winner. and she loves fraternity boys. So
listen, just quickly to touch on that, I was just telling you, I have a regional Virginia-based Emmy that I won for interviewing district attorneys about fraternity deaths.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm smart.
I was affected by fraternity deaths
You
myself.
were?
Yeah,
Oh?
because yeah, well,
Oh, no.
not. Let me just explain. Because I went to college in Oklahoma,
Mhm.
and I was in a sorority. And like 3 or 4 years before I got to Oklahoma, there was a fraternity death, and then they had to like change Greek culture because like the Greek life, like they got really strict about coming in and doing like these standards tours. It was very weird, but because this boy was hazed and he passed away, like a classic.
It's crazy.
Terrible that that's classic, but it was like a drinking, hazing,
Yeah.
falling asleep, and then yeah. So when I was at Oklahoma, they were really strict, and have I talked about this? They were really strict about alcohol, and then I got arrested.
No.
Yeah, because
For drinking or
Yeah.
for being a lesbian?
should have been for the being a lesbian. No, for drinking, because I walked into the like street with a red Solo cup, and it was like, yeah, it was a dry campus. So,
Ew. First of all, where is Oklahoma?
right above Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been touring this year like crazy, like touring America, and I am realizing that I don't know shit about shit. Like, I'm from New Jersey. We were only taught where Florida and California is, like,
Yep.
and Canada.
Yeah, that's nice that
Yeah.
you know that.
I know Canada's up, and
Yeah,
that's
that's all you need
about
to
where
know.
where it stops. So I'm like, I'm going to Wyoming, and I'm like, truly, if you put a map in front of me, I couldn't point where we were.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it either. I don't think, like, also, I don't even know if I could get the states in the right direction. Like, if you just sent them to me and they were kind of, like,
Yeah.
lopsided, I don't even think I'd be able to be like, ooh, that one's crooked. Like, Pennsylvania and Indiana, which one is which?
What shape is anything? Other than New Jersey, and you know why I know the shape of New Jersey?
I don't. Yeah.
Every
actually, I do.
girl in New Jersey has the outline tattooed on them.
That is
That's
so
the
true.
only way I know.
I know because 2 of my 4 exes are from New Jersey.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's a really bad sign.
Well, my sister's also born in New Jersey.
Where?
Randomly. Cherry Hill.
Oh.
Yeah. My mom and dad are from Pennsylvania. My mom's from Philly. My dad's from Pittsburgh. But I'm from Texas.
And how did that happen?
My dad got transferred for work and then ended up in Dallas. And then I was born in Dallas.
Okay.
And that's how I ended up in Oklahoma because it's right on top of Texas.
Right, and now we know that.
Yeah, now you know that. I knew that. But now you know.
Now I know. Now I know, and everything's different.
Mm-hmm. Your life has changed.
It's so much better to be from Texas than it is from New Jersey. And I know that's like sort of a controversial take, but at least Texas has a little more grit. You know, you're sort of outlaws in a way. There is this like, you know, rebellion energy, you know, monsters with a cause.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Well, we were cooler before.
Yeah. No, you guys are still cool. I don't want to hate on anywhere. I really can't, and
Okay.
I can't because
don't
I
know
have
where
to sell
anywhere is.
tickets. But I love you guys. But you guys at least have a cowboy energy. Like,
yeah.
fuck the man. Like, New Jersey.
Yeah,
There's no rhyme or reason.
I know. And then Jersey really got fucked with Jersey Shore, I feel, because that's now everyone's idea of it. But
And it's true. By the way, every person from New Jersey is like, that's not real. That's not real. It's real. Mike the Situation, who is my Lord and Savior, lives in my hometown. And
Really?
he drives around in a black Camaro that says this, his license plate says the Sitch.
as he should. Didn't he go to jail?
Of course he went to jail. I actually play him in a play.
What? Excuse me, what?
This is a very random thing, but I do this play
Okay.
every now and then for like the past 2 years. That might have a future, might not, where it's about how Mike the Situation and Billy McFarland, who created the Fire Festival, were in prison at the same time. And that's true. And they were friends.
No.
Yes.
That's a great fun fact.
It's a really fun fact. So me and comedian Jenny Gorlick play them. I play Mike the Situation. She plays Billy
So
McFarland.
it's just a 2-man play.
Yep.
Are we still saying 2-man?
Well, technically it's 2 girlies, but
True.
we play 2 men in it.
Yeah. That's I need
in
to
prison.
see it. When do you do it?
We just did it at Ars Nova, and then hopefully we'll do it, knock on wood, next year somewhere. Or this year. This year.
This year.
Ew.
Very crazy. I can't believe it's 2025. Speaking of years, you came out as bisexual in 2024.
Okay, here's the thing. I actually came out as bisexual a while ago, but, for comedy's sake, you have to say, this happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I've been bisexual on and off, really part-time for for a while now. You see, I went to theater school, so you sort of have to just be bisexual to fit in. You can't be straight in theater school.
Yeah,
it does not fly.
Yeah, you shouldn't. No, I just saw that on. I feel like you first started coming across my timeline when I was seeing the videos where you're like, I came out as bi this year. And then I think I followed you then because I was like, oh, she's bi. And then I followed you for so long. And then I was like, she never talks about that again. Like, you talk a lot about gay culture.
Yeah.
Not so much about your gay culture.
Yes.
Lots of peni. But
lots of peni.
That's what I want to ask you now.
Okay.
What percentage gay are you? Because you're always asking other people.
I mean, that's the great question.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I'm like 80-20.
Okay.
And listen, I'm so young, so there's so much, more time. I have so much time for that to change.
Okay, so you're a solid 80-20.
I'm 80-20. I mean, that is the thing really about gay, is that you sort of have gay thoughts since you're like 12, and then you don't act on them till you're 26.
Oh, yeah.
That was at least my
you're gay.
Lesbian gay.
Mm-hmm.
My lesbian gay.
Yeah.
One word. So I was sort of just like musing with the idea for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was living. I was staying at a commune on an island in rural Maine where I was making a puppet show.
So, yes, obviously.
So like capital G, gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was a girl there, and we sort of like classic, like we both had boyfriends, but we were like rolling around a lot,
Mm-hmm. I love your idea of classic.
Yeah. Traditional.
Yeah, traditional.
Even.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, when Lesbian is like film noir.
Yeah.
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 It's like a black and white movie where like nothing is actually happening, but you're sort of just like.
Yeah. Yes. It's like a lot of implied sexuality,
mm-hmm.
but not a lot of like, you don't get the payoff.
It's all subtext.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Like, like fingers touch in the kitchen and then.
A lot of caressing.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. There's so much caressing.
A lot of hair, just like there's a fan and hair is just like,
Which is hot.
It is hot. So we sort of like rolled around one night, but we're dating men. And then both broke up with said men. And then we had a fling lesbian romance for like 3 months that was chaos. But what I'm learning with my boots on the ground gay research is that first lesbian relationships are always chaos.
I did see your snippet on your, yeah. A lot of times they are very chaotic. There's a lot of like unpacking going on, especially if it happens older. There's a lot of if it happens younger, there's a lot of just like passion. And a lot of secrecy, which is just like hot, but also toxic.
Yeah, I've never kept a secret a day in my life, so there was no.
You came out that day.
Yeah, I was like, I'm doing gay stuff, everyone.
In case anyone wants to know.
I texted in every group text, 30 group texts. I'm being gay right now.
That makes. Well, were you 26?
I was probably like 25.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Maybe even when was COVID?
5 years ago?
No, I was actually much younger. I was 23, much younger, 2 years younger. I was much younger. It was fresh out of college. I was like 23.
Okay.
And we had our lesbian fling. It was crazy.
Okay.
Intense.
Were you in Maine the whole time?
No, we were back in New York.
Okay. And
we both had gotten out of like toxic male relationships, so then it was like toxic on each other. And then I also learned that with gay, I'm like such a fuckboy.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I think with life I'm a fuckboy, but like with gay I was like dom fuckboy.
Got it. But not with straight.
Not with straight.
Okay. Are you like simp with straight?
I think I'm simp with straight and dom with gay.
Okay. Hot.
No, it's totally hot.
No.
But I was like a fuck boy, and then she was like clingy, and then it was a disaster.
Okay.
And then she wrote an album about me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out. She's an amazing musician. I can't say her name, but.
Can you say it and we'll bleep it?
No, you won't. No.
I won't know her.
You won't know. Or maybe you will.
I know gay.
You know gay?
Hey, I know gay.
But will you bleep it?
Yeah, I'll bleep it. I swear. That sounds familiar.
I almost want to like plug her right now because of what I put her through.
Like,
but bleep it.
No,
But I'm willing to do gay again for sure.
Okay.
But I just love men because they're so dumb and easy.
And that is like gay of you. I was just having this conversation last night with Teffy.
I love Teffy.
Me too. Obsessed. And she was talking about it and she was like, yeah, like I'm pretty like I'm open, but like guys are just so dumb. They're so easy.
Yeah.
I get to like teach them that I'm a person. And I'm like, that's gay of you.
Yes.
Like straight women don't feel that way. They like have men kind of on a little bit more of a pedestal than that, where they're like,
I couldn't imagine putting a man on a pedestal.
Exactly, which is why maybe you're 70-30.
I'm open to being 70-30 for sure.
Yeah. You've got time.
I'm
Again,
open.
You've got time.
I could barely count. Whatever percentage works.
Yeah. I think it's funny that you always ask people that, though, at your shows.
Because it is true. Everyone's like, are you gay? Are you this? Are you that? No. What's your percentages?
I feel like, I wonder if my audience would be like, that's problematic. But
I'm sure it is. And I want you all to know now, I'm problematic. So you don't have to tell me.
Perfect.
I'm from the Jersey Shore. I'm a comedian.
Yes.
And I'm naturally blonde like a princess.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I'm going to be problematic.
No, I actually don't think it should be problematic, though, because it's like, it is true. I think everyone is more in the middle than on the outskirts anyway. I think I'm an anomaly where I'm like,
you're full
99.99999% gay, yeah.
You've never dated a man?
When I was in high school, but
That
mostly
doesn't count.
like beard vibes.
Yeah.
And I gave 2 blowjobs.
Oh my God. Ew.
See, that's my trauma.
That is trauma.
I know. And the first time, I don't know if I've ever said this. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. It's so important that the business behind your business is reliable. And I can't think of any other business I would trust with my business other than Shopify. They have a really simple dashboard where you can keep track of all your orders and all the products that you have and your taxes and all these things. And it's so simple and it's laid out for you. And you can also make creative changes to the layout of your website without having any knowledge in coding, and you don't need to be good at graphic design or anything. They make it so simple. It's so easy. If you've ever had dreams of starting a business, or if you already have one and you're looking to grow, your commerce company better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Spotify is home to the #1 checkout on the planet. I've been using Shopify for years, truly for years and years and years and years, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Upgrade your business today and get the same checkout I use on Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period when you go to shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/exes and upgrade your selling today. And one more time, that's shopify.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Folks. Finding a therapist that gets you and your experiences, all your X's and your O's, isn't exactly easy. That's why I want to take a second to tell you about Folks Health. They've made it so much easier to find a therapist who actually gets what it means to be a lesbian. And booking online is super easy. They have dedicated LGBTQ therapists around the country, and you can start your therapy from literally anywhere. A couch, your bed, your call. And they take insurance, so therapy can be as low as $15 a session. And if you don't have insurance, no worries. You can see the upfront pricing before you book. LGBTQ people deserve accessible, affirming mental health care. If you've been thinking about starting therapy, let this be your sign. Right now, the first 100 people who sign up with the code Shannon get to try Folks free for 1 month. Go to folkshealth.com and use code Shannon to sign up today. Go to folkshealth.com and use code Shannon to get started. That's FOLX health.com. The first one I gave, he was like, ow, like one time, just a little bit. It was like, ooh, or something like that. And I was like, oh, I'll stop.
I'm gay, sorry.
I said, I'll stop. And he was like, oh, no, you don't have to stop. And I was like, no. I can't hurt you like that.
No, it would be my honor to stop.
To stop. No, I'm begging you. I don't want to do it anymore.
But I talk about this a lot. I don't know how like sexual you are on this podcast. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, sucking dick versus eating pussy.
Yeah.
No, these are two different worlds. These are two different.
Completely different.
I mean, lifestyles.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I always thought that they're just so, I mean, they both have their positives and negatives.
Pros and cons.
I give one of the worst blowjobs you'll ever get in your life.
It's pretty gay of you.
Hands down.
Okay.
Because
I think me too.
yeah. I am trying to get better at it. I'm doing really no work or research to achieve that. But I'd like to give a better one. But I just think, like, why are you putting that in my mouth? Like, I just had a Crest white strip in. Like, we're doing a lot of work to make this look good. You're gonna put that in my mouth where I speak poetry. That's against women.
That's like your tool.
Yeah.
This is
my job.
Art.
Do I put my pussy on your laptop? No, I do not. No, I do not.
Oh my God. Okay, what do you think about eating pussy?
Eating pussy for me, it was like, it's very like like going into the upside down. Like it's way more going on.
Yeah.
I was like, for the thing that bothered me the most about eating pussy, and no, I did not make her come, by the way, is that it like took off half my serum, and I'm like, that was La Mer, like that was expensive. I'm like, why do I have to wash my face after this? Jesus Christ.
But do you have to wash your face after sucking dick?
No, because it's all inside.
Okay.
But a pussy, you're all up in the mix.
Oh, yeah, no,
you know.
I know. No, yeah, I know.
So for me, both are just like pretty intrusive. But I liked eating pussy more because it just felt more like the Predator.
Oh my God.
Like it was more just like intense, where sucking dick just like feels like.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, my memories are getting they're so old now. It happened so long ago. I just feel like it's just so invasive. Like, unless you really enjoy something, and some women really do love giving blowjobs. Love it.
I think those women should be put in high security prison.
Me too.
And they run around being like, I love it. I'm like, go to jail.
Yeah, but in jail, then they'd have to eat pussy.
Exactly, and teach them a fucking lesson.
Go learn a few things.
Watch your mouth.
Go learn. Wash your whole face.
Watch your whole goddamn face.
Oh my God. No, that's so true. But yeah, I don't know what that is. Like the obsession. Some people like things down their throat in general, like even like fingers and stuff like down their throat. I'm like,
God bless those people because they're really, it's like they're on a mission trip and that's like the Lord's work, but.
Is it like masochism or is it just like they love to make someone feel good?
I don't care about that.
Moving on. I'm like, my audience probably doesn't either. They're like, shut up about the blowjobs. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, like making a man feel good. You are already in my room and I'm naked.
Yeah, you should feel great about yourself.
You should feel amazing right now.
That's so true.
No, I am trying to get better at it, but it's just like I give up immediately. Where I'm like, the fact that you even got it in my mouth a little bit is like, congratulations. People would kill to put their dick in my mouth.
For this bad blowjob.
You have 30 seconds.
I feel so out of the loop with straightness in general because I hang out with so many gay people, mostly gay people. But when I hang out with people who like date men, it just like everything blows my mind. I'm like, wait, what? Is there foreplay?
Yeah, I mean, men have a really bad name right now. God bless those idiots.
And we're going to fix it today.
Because I love men.
A stupid boy.
I love a stupid boy. Grown up. No.
Yes. Emphasis on
adult.
Man.
The other day on stage, I was like, I love boys, I love men. I mean men.
Let's not get that twisted.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, men. Yeah, I love them. They're so simple. They're so sweet. And a lot of men love to eat pussy and love foreplay. I don't know how they got a bad name. Every man I've ever slept with, maybe it's because they're like going for someone like me. And no, they have to sort of respect women to date me.
Yeah. I love that.
Does that make
for
sense?
You? Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like loud and on stage and have no secrets and I'm online.
Yeah.
Like for you to look at my Instagram and still choose to sleep with me, you have to like really respect women.
I love that for you.
You know what I'm saying?
You're pulling good guys. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're not like pulling some guy who thinks he's gonna like pull one over on you.
He would never, like a guy who hates women or doesn't respect them would never even want to speak to me.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of the pussy eaters, if you will. My boys.
Good job, man.
My angels.
Yeah.
And they're really sweet, really nice, will rock it and roll it, you know?
Okay.
So I have a lot of good experiences.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for men.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just bleep that out.
Yeah, we got
Just cut around it. You're like,
I just think people really are giving them a bad name, and we have to celebrate the heroes amongst the villains, okay?
okay.
Yeah.
You're like, not all men, Shannon.
Hashtag not all men.
And that's what I want to take away from this episode of X's and O's. So, no,
Yeah.
I agree. There are obviously, I just don't even hang out with men, so I really don't know.
Some of them are so fun.
That's sweet. I have one best friend who's a guy, but he's bi.
Yeah, but I think in comedy there's such a mix of people where there's a lot of straight men, so I have sort of been forced to deal with them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a lot of gays, and we have I feel like my entire audience is lesbian, so I'm just like surrounded by lesbians constantly.
You do have a shit ton of like gay.
I don't know how that happened. I'm so happy you guys are here, by the way.
Please
Someone
don't
has
go.
to build the stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of lesbians and I love them because I think lesbians are the best audience members because you guys can really take a joke.
Nice.
Like you could like shit on lesbians
Mhm.
and they don't get offended at all. They give it right back. Like
Yeah.
I'll do crowd work with a lesbian and they're giving it right back to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you.
Strong women.
Yeah.
Definitely strong women. Your crowd work is amazing. Do
Thank
you
you.
do like jokes?
It's such a good question and it is a question I ask myself constantly. I do jokes.
Mhm.
I mean, I have an hour, obviously, that
Yeah.
I'm touring. But you don't want to spoil them online
Mm-hmm.
because you want people to buy
No,
a ticket
that's
to see the jokes.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
So
'Cause,
it's like I only release the really in the moment stuff. It's also more exciting to see.
yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. What do you want to hear me say a sentence? Boring. It's not
Yeah.
Twitter.
But that's such a smart. I mean, but that's just because your crowd work is so good.
Crowd work gets really shit on for some reason. I don't know why. It's been around since the beginning of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So, and it's also such a marketing tool, like I
Mhm.
said.
Mm-hmm.
But also, this is like a live performance. This isn't, you're not reading a book, you're not watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to be in the moment and experience something, at least for me who came from theater, like, experience something that will only happen tonight and never again.
Yep.
Like, that's what's exciting to
Yeah.
me. I would say I'm more of a performer than I am a comic in that way, where, like, I just want to put on a fucking cool show
Yeah.
that exists only in that moment.
That's
And
it.
that's what crowd work is. It's
Yeah.
like, I want it all to be together. People shout out in my shows. Like, there is no law and order in my
Mhm.
shows
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I want it to feel like we're all hanging out
Yeah.
rather than you're up there watching me do a speech for an hour. How fucking boring.
Yeah, and also like how much pressure for you, and also
Yeah.
in the age of TikTok, like how many times can you tell the same joke?
Exactly. I mean, I get bored.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm bored, you could fucking tell.
You can see it.
I
on
can't
your
hide anything.
Face. Wait, what would you do though? What will you do? I should say when you're performing at like arenas of people
I have no idea.
for the crowd work of it all.
I have no idea. That being said, one time I saw Sebastian Maniscalco in the round at MSG and he was doing crowd work.
Okay, so
And I was
possible.
like, okay, it's possible. But also, I never thought or even considered that I would play that big of a room. So even now when I'm doing like 400 seat rooms, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
How am I going to pull this off? I'm like shitting my pants
there's like
backstage.
I feel like there's something cool you could do that is like could pull from your theater background too, where maybe you create a show where there's like mics in the first, not like mics,
That's
but like
such a good
little,
idea.
like mics around.
Yeah.
By the time you're,
Such a good idea.
I feel like you could like build a show on this idea of like, I'm Gabby Bryan and I'm awesome at crowd work.
Okay, now we're brainstorming.
Okay, and then you'll do a little puppet show halfway through, and then the
Yes,
frat boys will come
interpretive
out,
dance.
and you'll do a little documentary.
Yeah.
We could
I'll interview a lawyer.
incorporate all of your skills into one show.
That's honestly genius.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this little career of mine, but we'll have to figure
huge.
it out.
You're crushing.
Thank you.
Your shit goes so viral,
Thanks.
and it's like everyone who I showed that you were coming on my podcast is like, oh yeah, I see her all the time. I'm like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've convinced the For You page that I'm Gen Z, and
Even though half your jokes are like being like,
I'm old.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying
30,
every
I'm
day.
dead.
My friend who's a Gen Z, shout out Gina Senia, who's just like my cousin. But just give her a shout out. Follow her on Instagram. She wears great outfits. She's a normal girl. She said that private. I'm a millennial, but I'm the only millennial that gets it. And that like took my breath away.
That's so nice. Are you a millennial?
I'm 30. That's millennial. I'm like, I'm ending.
Yeah, when's like the end? When's the cusp?
I think it's like, I'm 1994 and I think it's 1996. Wow. So I'm just at the end.
Yeah, I'm pretty deep in there.
How old are you?
32.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought you were younger than me.
No.
Huh.
I'm older than you.
Wow.
And look, I'm still alive.
It's amazing. How's it going?
It's pretty good. I feel like maybe for a more tomboy lesbian, I'm like can get away with the aging in a different way.
Sure. You're more connected to the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't have like the beauty standards of like having to like wear the right outfit that's like this little like you know what I mean? I don't know. Something happens I think for women where you're like, okay, well, is that too young for me? That like outfit, that like little crop top.
Right.
That's not gonna happen quite to me.
Totally.
Like,
do you get Botox?
I get baby Botox in my forehead, but I haven't had it in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you love Botox?
I
seen
love
that
it.
You like it.
Well, I just love asking people what they get done. I feel like the women of our past, the women of history, really, we're so secretive, and I find that to be incredibly illegal. Mm-hmm. And now I look at every woman, I'm like, exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, tell me
right now. Where are you getting it? How many cc's?
I get 10 in my forehead.
I get 20.
Okay. Similar.
But I think I got too much this time where I feel like someone's sitting on my forehead right now.
I saw your thing about being like a dead tooth.
Yeah, my head feels like a dead tooth. It's like literally it feels like my head is like
it makes me kind of feel sad sometimes in a way that I feel like I'm like my eyebrows are like falling even though they didn't fall, but like because I can't lift them, like I feel like I'm like, am I concerned and sad right
it's
now?
heavy. It gets heavy.
It's not a good feeling.
I know. I don't know how to avoid it.
I think I'm gonna get into like facials more and lasers. That's what everyone in LA is like raving about. One of my like older friends who has the best skin, she just gets lasers. She stopped getting Botox.
Really?
Yeah, but she also got one of the eye things where they like filler, but like where they cut it and fix it.
Oh, she got rid of her eyelids.
An upper lower bleph.
Yeah, it's called they literally take away your eyelids.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Who needs them?
I don't need to close my eyes. I need to see everything that's going on.
No, I want my eyes wide open.
No, I love lasers. I want a Skin Laundry sponsorship so bad. Skin Laundry is like lasers once a month. I pay them everything. I pay them rent.
Yeah.
To keep me young.
Fair.
And I want it for free now.
Yeah, you should get it for free. Just keep talking about it.
I'm going to keep going.
Keep name dropping.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, we're not going to pay you. You talk about us all the time.
I'm like, fuck.
Okay, wait. You're from Jersey.
I'm from Jersey.
The Shore, actually?
The Shore.
Which one?
I'm from like Monmouth County, which is like an ocean, which is like Point Pleasant. Mm-hmm. I grew up in Bay Head, which is like a very small town next to.
Okay, yeah.
Did you know that Ashley Tisdale is from Point Pleasant?
No.
Yes, she is.
I didn't know that.
Yes, she is.
Did you know her?
No.
But I just wanted to tell you.
But I just needed you to know that.
This episode is sponsored by Indeed. Hiring the right people quickly is so important. Time is so precious. We have so little to waste. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's sponsored jobs help you stand out and hire fast. With sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. And it makes a huge difference. Indeed's data says that sponsored jobs posted directly to Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring today with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/XS. Just go to Indeed.com/XS right now and support my show by saying you heard about Indeed on my podcast. Indeed.com/XS. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. Do you consider yourself a Nepo baby?
Thank you for asking that.
No, I'm just curious.
I want to say both yes and no, because if it was a full yes, I'd be so much more famous now. Like, if I am a Nepo baby, then I am like the failure of the Nepo babies.
You haven't cashed in your chips.
I haven't. I should have. Like, I hid it for so long to try to like achieve something, which is so embarrassing, and I regret it more than anything in my life. Like, I should have come out the gate, Nepo baby, model, retire by 30. But I was trying to like prove that I was smart, and I mean, talk about gay.
Very gay of you.
So now I've like built this career, and I was like, okay, I'll tell everyone that ultimately my dad is semi-famous once I have a career under my belt, and then because we always wanted to work together, and now it's like no one even fucking cares. It's doing nothing for my career. It's what a waste of time. I think like there's Nepo baby Botox, you know, and I'm just like a Nepo adult.
Yeah, but also you're in a different career.
Yeah, it doesn't really help in comedy.
Yeah, and because your dad's a musician.
Yeah.
I feel like in general, I mean, I guess like in some, never mind. I was going to say, I feel like if it's crossing different things, and I thought about Gracie Abrams, I'm like, no. It helps for everyone.
It really helped Gracie. But also Gracie fucking rocks.
No, she rocks. But I'm just saying, like, she's a musician. Her dad's a director. But, like, it doesn't really matter if it's, like, the same career path necessarily.
I think if I tried to go into music, I would have, like, killed it.
Can you sing?
Beautiful voice.
Shut up.
I have a beautiful voice.
Shut up. Does your dad sing, or he's a piano player?
He sings, and he's a piano player.
Okay.
And he writes musicals. He's a genius. He's amazing.
Awesome.
And we have a podcast together called Let Me Ask My Dad. He's so funny. But, yeah, I think if I really tapped into that, I could have done it. Mm-hmm. But I was just, like, so desperate to do it on my own.
Yeah. But you are doing it on your own.
I know, but, like, what? Like,
you're like,
why?
Why'd I do it on my own?
For why? It was so much harder to do it on my own. I could have cut the line.
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot.
No. I think it's respectful.
I don't care about respect.
You're like, no. I want my job to be awesome.
No, I want money and a marble coffee table. Like, I've completely fucked up.
Fuck. You don't have a marble coffee table?
No, I'm like a loser.
Damn it.
I know.
Do you live by yourself?
I do.
Okay, you made it. In New York City, you're good.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
What is like your dream? Like, would you want to do acting and stuff?
Yeah.
In film, or just are you always going to be kind of on the stage? What's your vibe?
I'll do anything. I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's such a thing where it's like you have to have a specific vision and you have to run towards it. I don't care. I like love life.
That's nice.
I'm a happy person.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing every job I've ever had. I like just as much. I like being behind the scenes as much as I like being on stage.
Fun.
I always sort of hoped that one of my friends would be famous and then I could retire from performing and then just run their company. That was like my plan.
Cool. That still probably could happen.
Yeah, it better fucking happen because I'm tired.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore.
But you do it so much.
I know.
How often do you film your podcast? Lay podcast.
The pod we do once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then with your dad?
We do it like once a month with 4 episodes.
In one
day. Yeah.
How's that?
It's psychotic. It's like actually.
Do you feel like you lose your mind by the end? Or do you feel like episode 2 you're like hit a stride and you're amazing? Episode 3 like starts to like get worse towards the end, and episode 4 you want to kill yourself?
Episode 4, you could really tell which one is episode 4.
Order.
My dad is silent.
He's like, no more.
He's like, I'm a 63-year-old man and we've been talking for 2 hours. Like, I don't talk this much ever.
Yeah. He's so cute.
He's so cute.
His little curly hair.
His hair is so insane.
We're rocking with Bon Jovi with that hair.
Yeah, I mean, if you Google him, like every year he has a different hairstyle, which is really me coded as well. Mm-hmm. But he has like long straight extensions at one point. He has a full Jufro. He has like he's platinum blonde right now and loving that lifestyle.
I love
he's
that.
He's such a girly.
He's a rock star.
Yeah.
Would you ever date someone who like? Is that your vibe, or do you like men?
Men. I have dated a lot of musicians. They're so annoying and embarrassing. I also like my mom was a music producer, and that's how my parents met.
Okay.
So she finds it like incredibly embarrassing to be at my dad's shows. Like she's like almost mortified.
Yeah.
And stands all the way in the back and is like desperate not to come off as a groupie. So like that's how I envision. I dated a drummer for a long time, and I would stand with my back against the wall, and all the other band girlfriends would be front row. I'm like, I'd sooner kill myself on this stage in front of everyone than be front row. Like I'm like back pressed against the wall.
Yeah, you had a role model.
Yeah. So I don't think I have the personality to date a musician. I just find it like so embarrassing. Also, any man that wants to be famous.
Not your vibe.
No.
What about women?
That's fine. Girls can do whatever they want.
Don't care.
No, don't care.
Yeah.
Of course you want to be famous.
You're like, all women should be famous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So true. Were the girls that you have dated in the past, were they a type?
I only dated one girl.
Was the girl that you dated in the past a type?
Yeah, she was sort of like in line with at that time, I was like obsessed with skaters.
Okay.
You know? She skateboarded, obviously. A lesbian on a penny board. Come on.
Never seen it before.
It's heartbreaking. So at the time, yeah, she was like really like no makeup, long hair, like free girly. Big boobs. I love big boobs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
But I do want to date like a cowboy, like someone who works with their hands and is like covered in sort of like dirt and
oh my God. We were just talking about that last night at dinner too, when guys have dirt under their fingernails.
So hot.
Oh my God, the biggest turnoff ever.
I mean, what do I want, a man with a French manicure? Like
no, but just like dirty. Do you want a yeast infection?
I already have one. I fly a lot. I already have one, okay? No, I want a man, like I just went to PBR bull riding.
I saw that.
It's very exciting.
Fun.
And that's interesting to me. Like a man who has such a call to chaos that he has to like get
Ride
on a bull. And they also wear really fruity little outfits.
Yeah, because their wranglers are so tight on their butts.
I like that.
It's like homoerotic.
It is gay.
Yeah.
Period.
So it's like man, but gay man. It's like Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to date a gay cowboy.
Yeah.
And also, but I am like physically built like a young Dutch boy, so I do sort of attract a man who has a twinkle in him.
A twinkle in him is perfect. I think also we're in this like era where being a lesbian is cool for the first time.
It really is. Like lesbians are peaking right now. There's nothing cooler. Not peaking, but forever peak.
Yeah. I'm like just like, wait, are they gonna take it away from me?
They're not. Yeah, lesbians are having their goddamn moment, and it's about time. Like it started with what was that really tattooed hot actress lesbian, Rosie?
Oh yeah. Yep. Fuck Rose. Fuck.
She's covered in tattoos, so hot. What happened to her? Did they kill her?
Yeah, the lesbians were like, enough.
She was like euthanized. Something bad happened to that girl.
No, she started acting, and she's like has a really random trajectory of her career because she was a VJ on
a vagina.
No, she was a VJ in Australia, I think.
What is a VJ?
Remember MTV?
Yeah.
Like the VJs were like the DJs, but the video DJs. So they would like play the music videos, and they'd be like, and next is
Mario. What's his name?
Yeah, and like TRL.
Yep.
Yeah. She was that in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. And so her talent wasn't necessarily like acting, and then she kind of got into modeling, and then she kind of got into Orange is the New Black. Can't even think of her fucking name.
She fully disappeared.
Yeah, she's kind of, I'm aware of her existence for sure still, but she's not like, doesn't seem like she's doing as much stuff. But yeah, it started there. It's because she was like, straight women were like, wait.
She's so hot.
I want to hook up with that girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have to be reminded that all straight women are a little gay.
I hope, yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little gay.
Yes. Except for, then I'd have to say I'm a little straight. But I guess I'm a little straight. Like, maybe I would, like, hook up with Harry Styles.
Like, exactly.
That girl is a hot bitch.
Yes.
And, like, Kristen Stewart, hot bitch, especially as she got more masky.
Kristen Stewart and I have such a heartbreaking tale.
Shut up.
Because I'm the biggest Twilight fan in the world.
Okay.
No one can compete with me.
Okay. I won't try.
I wore a Twilight shirt to Nosferatu the other day. Like, I love Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything about it. I could describe book 1 through 5 right now in full detail. And I won't, but just know.
Maybe on a different podcast. But
so, yeah. And I have, by the way. So I read Twilight, obsessed with Bella. You have to understand, I grew up in the Jersey Shore. Everyone was a Guido, tan, brunette, curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
This was a girl who was like very fair skinned,
Mm-hmm.
and loved to live in the shadows. And I was like, me. Obsessed with her. And then they cast Kristen Stewart. And I was like, this is such a crime against humanity. It's so wrong. It's
Got it.
so wrong.
What did you want her to look like? Like more?
I don't know. I was just in my teenage moment being like, this is not right.
Because it should have been you.
It should have been me, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm ultimately jealous.
Maybe.
And then she got me back with Snow White and the Huntsman. And I'm like, okay, now I like her. And then she was doing just atrocious red carpet fashion. And then she circled back and was doing amazing red carpet fashion. So I have a really love-hate relationship with her. And I think we would probably be best friends. But like, she is on my shit list somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm in love with her.
I'm in love with her. I'm jealous of her.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I'm in love with her.
Yeah. That makes sense. No, but she's become a hot bitch.
I wouldn't hot bitch vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe queen.
Like I would say during Twilight she was a pretty girl, a hot girl. But now she's a hot bitch.
You know what I loved about her Twilight era?
Please tell me.
Remember when she got caught by the paparazzi having like making out on the street with the Snow White and the Huntsman director who was like married
and old.
Yep.
I do. I actually remember that because I just saw it on TikTok.
Like, who would have thought Kristen would do that? And then next year she's gay. You're like,
her queerness is interesting and should be studied. I don't think she'll ever tell us that much about it, but I'm intrigued by it.
She's getting more and more open. She's like doing podcasts now.
I know.
You could probably get her on this podcast.
Kristen? And I'll tell you to come by.
Yeah.
You can wait outside. You can paparazzi.
And I'll be like, so, like, she won't be able to read me at all. I'll be like, fuck you. I love you. I do love you.
Oh my God. Wait, who else do you think is a hot bitch? Can we think of this girl's fucking name?
Rose. It's Rose.
Rose?
Rosie?
I thought of it.
What?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose.
I was
nice.
I was thinking of Depp. I kept thinking of Lily Rose Depp instead of
I was
Ruby
thinking of
Rose.
Rosie Huntington Whitley, that model. Also hot.
I feel like I know who that is.
Hot bitch that crosses all genders, Angelina Jolie.
Fuck, so true.
Tomb Raider,
So
energy, gay guys would fuck her, lesbians would fuck her, everyone in between.
Agreed. What about other men?
Men.
Ooh, you know who's kind of, I feel, but this one's a little more controversial maybe, but Tucker, role model.
Carlton?
No, role model.
Who's
Emma
that?
Chamberlain's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I don't know that lore. I just found out who Emma
he's
was. Love her. But...
He's an artist.
Okay.
He's got like he's given a little like kind of gay cowboy, but.
Oh, speaking of gay cowboy, Orville Peck is very baby girl.
Yes.
If we're going down that route.
I agree with
I
that.
think everyone would fuck Channing Tatum. Because Channing Tatum, if you look at him hard enough, is a masked lesbian.
I feel like you're right, but I'm thinking it has to be Channing Tatum in She's the Man.
Or Channing Tatum in
Step Up.
Magic Mike 1. No other ones.
Okay. I think I can see where you're going with that.
Do you know what I mean?
I think he's definitely more he's somewhere in the middle there where
Yeah.
someone could like maybe not me. That's what I'm trying to put myself there.
Think about like Channing Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go Step Up. Channing Tatum in the baggy jeans with the white wife beater with the hat sideways.
That is a masked lesbian. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know who? Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, perfect
Probably
example.
hot
Yes.
bitch. I'm still trying to think of men though. God, I just can't think of any. They don't exist to me. But Harry Styles is like,
Why can't I think of one man right now?
name a man. No.
George Bush. That's what came to my mind. Really not a great example right now.
Very interesting choice.
Mike Pence, though, is kind of a masked lesbian.
Yeah.
Do you remember when everyone called Mike Pence Daddy Pence?
No.
And there were like gay dance parties on his front lawn?
No, but do you think he's gay?
I think he's something.
Mm.
I think that was like an
devil.
amazing era of like tomfoolery was when Mike Pence was just like, you know, anti-gay, gay conversion camps, everything. Gay people took that, flipped it, and said Daddy Pence and did dance parties on his front lawn.
Yeah.
Like gay people can do anything and everything. And
Yeah.
and gay war is like happening whether you like it or not.
So
that
true.
was a gay war tactic.
Yeah. 100%. I just thought another hot bitch.
Oh.
Cara Delevingne, when Cara Delevingne was Cara Delevingne.
Don't say that name towards me.
Why?
We are very anti Cara Delevingne on the podcast.
Okay, but I'm saying, whoops. But I'm saying,
to a point where like I don't think I could ever meet her because of the slander that I have put out into the world about Cara Delevingne.
Okay.
And it's because of one television series she did.
Okay.
Called Carnival Row.
Never heard of it.
It's the worst TV show of all time.
Mm-hmm.
We watched all of it together.
Okay.
Me and Zach Zanur, my co-host.
Mm-hmm.
And it like took my breath away at how bad everyone was. And we just made her a villain of the podcast.
Damn it.
But like I can never, this is why I don't think I'll eventually like reach peak success, because I can't stop my mouth.
No, but you're a comedian, so you get away with anything.
It's true.
You really do. You can be like, that was so crazy when that wasn't the funny little bit that we did about you. Like anyone.
I mean, we literally were like euthanized Cara Delevingne. Like it's beyond.
You're like, LOL. We were
LOL, Cara. No, I was kidding. I'm a comedian.
We were crazy back then.
We were crazy.
Wait, do you have anyone else you could never meet in public?
Camila Cabello.
Oh shit.
Wreck that bitch too.
All of these people though, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see the jokes that you were making.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you love doing your podcast?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, there's nothing better than podcasting.
Yeah.
It's just like a reason to yap.
Yeah.
Like we're getting paid to yap.
That is so nice. I'm envious of you having a co-host, because then there's kind of an expectation each time going in, I feel, that I
you have
do
to bring
not
it.
have. Like, well, I just don't. I'm so, whatever happens in this room is based off of like really me trying to balance with whoever is here.
But that's the thing. When it's one person, you sort of have to meet that person's energy, which is why you have to just book wisely.
Yeah. Which I'm lucky. I've not had like any bad experience at all.
Why didn't you have a podcast with your girlfriend, who I'm obsessed with, by the way?
We broke up. It's okay.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you missed it.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a gay breakup.
Mm-mm.
It's just so much worse.
I was her first girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not my first girlfriend, and I've also like known.
So that's a dynamic.
Yeah.
It's so weird going from dating a guy to a girl.
Yeah.
And I've always said this. I think it's as simple as like, I respect women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's much harder to date them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because you have to like listen.
I didn't think about that when me and my ex got together. I just never really thought about that much, because I don't think about men like that. So like I
Mhm.
wasn't even realizing until one time she cried. God, I'll have to ask her about this. But one time she cried because she like hurt my feelings. And she was like, oh, my God, like, I care about your feelings.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
care a lot about your feelings. And it was like a shock to her, because everyone she had dated before, she was kind of like, okay, grow up, get over it.
But that is the true
Yeah.
dyad of being bi,
Mm-hmm.
is that with men, you're like, oh my, go cry in the bathroom, you loser. And then
Yeah.
you date a woman and you're like, oh my, I'm so sorry. I can't even say, I don't even want to say how I feel right now, because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because if you respect women, which not all women do, by the way, there's also toxic masculinity
Of course.
within like lesbian dynamics sometimes. But yeah, in general, there's like a different level of care
Mm-hmm.
and caring
Yeah.
that I think can be overwhelming.
It
as
takes
well.
way more energy.
Mm-hmm. And then also less energy in some ways, where you're like, I don't have to convince you I'm a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know? She's like, oh my God, you like just understand that I'm a dynamic being with like feelings
Yeah.
and desires, and then like also like, oh, you have makeup wipes at your house already? Like there's less
huge.
work.
Yes.
and like, oh, you get PR too? I'm like, nice.
I also
Yeah.
think it's another layer of like dating someone in the industry, dating someone online,
Mm-hmm.
that is very scary for a lot of people, and rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this has just been my whole life. My life has always been in public
Yeah.
since I was born, so I just never even thought twice about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I there's pictures of me 6 years old on the street. Like, why would I care about talking about my boyfriend in a podcast?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's too late.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
wheels are off.
Yeah.
So I didn't really realize that until I got older, where it's very hard to date us,
Yeah.
because it's like,
It's weird.
abnormal.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's weird for both. It's weird for everyone. Because then there's also like, for me, I've just been struggling so much. Well, I'm not dating anyone, so.
God bless.
Single. But.
It's so nice to be single. Especially in your 30s. You're like,
yeah. I think it'll be nice because I'm like, I can like do what I want. I have money to do what I want.
Freedom.
In a different way.
You could go to Europe and fuck.
I don't want to fuck.
You could go to Europe.
And read.
And read a book. Yeah. Eat a pasta.
Yeah. I saw that you were just in Europe. Wait, well, I was going to say, this is my struggle. Because I want to create representation because there's so little.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, people are like, stop having your relationships be public at all. And I'm like, I know. I actually probably won't do it. I don't want to ever say, like, I'll never do something again and then do it because I know everyone will be like, we knew you were lying back then, so I'm not going to say that. But there's so little representation that I'm like, to like hide something makes it feel like, I don't know, I'm like robbing the world of like another thing. Right. Even though my relationships have failed, even that, I'm kind of like, yeah, lesbians break up.
Everyone breaks up.
Yeah.
It's a part of life.
I know. But I've been going back and forth like with my manager about it too. She's like, well, like, is all representation good representation? And I'm like, I want all representation. I want everything. I want the good, the bad, the ugly.
Well, that's the sign of equality is when a lesbian can be evil and congratulated for that.
Yeah.
Just as much as a man can be evil and congratulated for that.
I mean, I don't want to be evil.
But just like the spectrum of that. Of being like, we can have toxic stuff and it be normal.
Yes. Like I feel like for the first like 5 I don't know, the beginning of my career, I've been doing like online stuff for like 13 years or something. I feel like at the beginning I had to be a perfect role model.
Yeah.
Like I had to be like always say the right thing and be like really I needed to represent everyone. And I was just talking to this girl Lauren Chan the other day and she was like, you can't. And like
you can't, and also you're not a role model.
I don't
like, you know who's a role model? Michelle Obama.
Thank you.
Like if you are looking at us as role models. If you're looking at us as role models, you are mentally ill and should go to the hospital, okay?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a role model situation.
I know.
This is entertainment.
Yes.
Fun giggles, okay?
Laugh, learn,
leave.
Go outside.
Get out of my fucking business.
Go outside.
Look at a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Smell the air. No, I think the reframe that I'm at now is like, I don't want to be a role model. I am happy to be representation. Like, and that doesn't need everything I do doesn't have to be everything you do. And I
should
will
just be relatable.
Mistakes. Yeah.
And normal people fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're allowed to fuck up.
I'm like, not lesbian.
But it also is like a fine line that I learned through dating normal people in this career.
Yeah.
Of being like, okay, what can I reveal? What should be sacred or private or all of these things? Like I used to date this guy who was like really did not want to be online at all because he was like an artist and had an online thing that was just his art and nothing about his life. And then I'm out here being an idiot. So, and I was like, I should be able to say anything that we've ever done, anything. Like I was like, this is my job and I'm allowed to say whatever I want. And that didn't take into account like how he wants to live his life and how he treats relationships and stuff like that. So it took me a long time to be like, there should be a middle.
Yeah.
You know, like I shouldn't talk about him eating my ass last night and me not liking it, you know, like that's probably not nice to his art.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see that.
So you do have to find that middle ground.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you are a human first and then clown.
Yeah.
Well, you're not a clown, but I'm a clown.
But does it make it, do you think it's easier to date people then who are also public facing or?
Yeah, but then I find that gross. So what's a girl to do?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Date
I
a
don't
woman.
know. Date a woman, but then I have to pay attention.
And then I have to care about her.
I know. I don't want to do that.
Damn it.
I'm too busy to date a woman.
It's such a fine line. Are you dating currently?
No, I broke up with a boyfriend of sorts.
Of sorts.
He was my boyfriend, but I just like, he's so nice, so I don't want to say too much. He was like an incredible guy, and I realized from that it's not actually the person. I just don't want to be in a relationship right now.
Got it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where usually it's quite, I could really convince myself of anything where I'm like, that's toxic and that won't last and blah, blah, blah. And this guy was like so completely perfect. I was just not interested in being in a relationship. And it was sort of as simple as that.
Would you say you are like avoidant or anxious? Or like if you were to be on a spectrum of attachment style?
That's always hard for me because I think it depends on the person.
I agree.
Some relationships, I'm completely like stable, nothing. Others, I'm avoidant, anxious. I don't remember the other one. What was the other one?
No, it's avoidant, or anxious, or secure, or disorganized. I'm disorganized, which I think
that?
Probably what you are too. Where you kind of it doesn't. It's relationship to relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus like some people will always in a relationship. I mean, obviously everyone is capable of becoming secure, but like some people will always lean anxious or like always lean avoidant.
Right.
For me, if I'm dating someone and they're leaning avoidant, my tendency in the past was to lean anxious to like balance us out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Except for my last relationship, she kind of is a little bit more avoidant, and I was like, I'm not. Like, I was like, I will not let myself do the things that I used to do in other relationships where I dated an avoidant person, which would be like, if they didn't text me back, be like, hey, did you not see my message? Like, I was just like, if you're not going to text me back,
period,
it's fine.
I also think it's so age. It's so age.
It's so,
you hit your 30s and I'm like, oh,
I don't have time.
Mommy has to work.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty secure, which is shocking to a lot of people somehow. I'm if anything,
shocked.
I will be avoidant. But yeah, I'm only avoidant if I don't like you.
Yeah.
But I don't really date people. I mean,
you're going to say I don't date people I don't like.
Yeah, I rolled that back real quick. I just told a story about that. Yeah, but even in that, I was pretty secure.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to be single, are you someone who would like allow yourself to go on dates in the meantime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dating's fun. If you approach it as fun, it's fun.
Yeah.
But also, I like meeting new people. So I'm like, even if this person I know I'm like not interested at all, I'm like, tell me a secret.
Yeah.
Let's have a fun night.
It can be interesting. But do you go into that then being upfront about like, I'm not wanting a relationship right now?
I've never been upfront a day in my life.
I feel like straight people don't have to. Not that you're straight.
Yeah.
In straight dating.
Not that you're straight. I am mostly.
In straight dating, I feel like there are less rules. It's like going back to the idea of like caring and respecting people. Like you can just go on 2 dates with someone and then be like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you again.
But that's the trouble with gay is that why are you getting ahead of yourself here? I shouldn't have to tell you where I am at right now because maybe you'll change that.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 dates in, I'm not looking for a relationship. 2 dates in, and I'm like, fuck, I love this person.
Yeah.
I'll date them. It's so the over talking is what stops me from being gay all the time because I'm like, this is too much. We're ruining it before it's even begun.
Yeah, we complicate things.
Yeah,
and we
should be
we overanalyze. We talk too much about stuff. 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's also because there's so few. I mean, there's so many more, but there are not that many gay women.
Gay youth.
Yeah, there's just not that many. And then it's like you narrow it down. There's already, maybe it's 10% of the world is gay. Obviously, way more than that. Like 30%
openly
is
gay, let's say.
Yeah. And then you have half of that is maybe as a woman. And then how many of those are people that you're actually attracted to and or like compatible with? So it's like it keeps going down and down and down and down. And I think there's this pressure to not waste people's time. Even though dating should be fun. Dating should be fun. Like, you should be able to go on a date. But with lesbians, you go on a date with someone, that person knows everyone you know, and you've already gone on a date with their ex-girlfriend.
Right. It's very...
So it's not like... It
incestuous.
becomes not... It can't be light. It can't be like, oh, I went on a date with I'll never see them again. You will see them again. Somehow, some way, they will come back around, and they'll be dating your ex-girlfriend. And you're like, oh... I think that's why we have to be, I think that's why we're like overcomplicating, over communicating so that you never become the storyline behind your back that's like, yeah, she's a fuckboy.
But also, here's the thing. You will always be a villain in someone else's story.
Yeah.
And every breakup is going to, even if it's the healthiest breakup in the world, you're still like, don't love them. You know?
Not upset.
You don't leave best friends, or rarely.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you do, you're still like, hey, fuck you for that thing you did. You know?
There's still like underlying.
So like,
I know. I think it's like you don't want to be. Okay, this is the problem. Everyone knows that they will be the villain in someone's story.
Yeah.
No one wants to be the villain of the community.
yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
Because that.
But if you're not a villainous person,
Yeah. I mean, everything will be fine.
also anyone who's running their mouth around town, talking shit about someone, everyone should know by now that that's the
villain.
problem.
I know. But anyway, that's just like lesbian problems.
I think everyone needs to relax.
I so agree.
That's my biggest movement in this life. Is like, shut up. Stop overanalyzing everything. You're wasting your time.
I know.
Overanalyzing. Overthinking. No.
No.
It's not gonna work, babes.
I'm with you.
Like, relax, live in the moment, see how you feel in that moment, and then exist off of that. I started reading that attachment book, and I was like, this is so gay. Like, this is so much for no reason. Where it's like, you're never one thing.
No, just relax.
A person will change you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like those women are like, I never wanted kids, and then I met a man who made me want to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, you never know until you're there. So just like, relax, drink water. I'm begging you all.
Drink water.
Drink water. This is the issue with society, is that everyone's dehydrated, and it makes you spiral, okay?
Dehydrated and addicted to their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, your phone, girls, your phone is your website.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
Imagine going www.gabbybryan.com and checking that every day.
No.
You would put me in prison.
Yeah.
Like, the psychosis that people get from their phones is so random to me.
Are you psychotic with your phone?
I'm psychotic in a business way where I'm like, okay, that didn't get enough numbers, so okay, we change that and we shift that and whatever. It's very business for me.
Yeah.
And then I've unfollowed or muted anyone I think is bad energy.
Nice.
And I just, like, my feed is like my Pinterest page, and it's
Nice.
just things I love, which is for the most part fashion, travel, wanderlust, fashion, travel, cowboys,
Yep.
trad wives. Love a Mormon trad wife.
Yep.
That's
They're
like
very entertaining.
They're so entertaining. Ballerina Farm. That woman is like, her shackles are diamond encrusted, baby. I love watching her. I love watching Nara Smith. I'm like, you better work, bitch. You better breastfeed those kids in a gown. And I look at my feed and I go like this. Now that was nice, and I put my phone down.
That's so nice.
People love to suffer. They love to let me follow the people that get me and like get my goat and make me feel competitive and bad about myself or whatever. And then they just like trauma swipe. I'm like, why?
You're so right. It's like self-harm.
It's literally self-harm. People are obsessed with self-harm.
We really are. It's like the easiest self-harm ever.
It's so like fixable.
True.
It's so fixable. Go take one day.
Yeah.
Go through everyone you follow. Unfollow or mute.
Mm-hmm.
And then only keep the pages that you like, which is like girls in New York City and ballet flats. Yeah. I'm like, okay, brighten my day. Why don't you?
What a joy to see you here.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're done here, I'm going to do that. Because
it will save your life.
Yeah.
Also, don't look at your phone until noon unless you have to.
Okay. What about texting? Like, what about...
Who are you texting in the morning?
My manager. I wake up with a text from my manager almost every morning.
Well, you should tell her, don't talk to me till noon.
Not till noon. Okay.
My hours with my reps are like 2 p.m. to midnight.
That is unique.
Well, you're representing a comedian.
No, that actually that makes sense.
You don't want me in the morning.
No.
You don't want me looking at an email in the morning.
What was your late night last night?
I actually, that's why I was like, don't even worry. I didn't have shows last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I saw you were with your niece.
Yeah, I went to the Museum of Natural History with my niece, and we looked at the big whale, and it was very exciting.
How many siblings do you have?
She's actually my cousin, but basically my sister. Okay. So I have 2 brothers. I have a twin brother.
No way.
And a little trans brother.
Cute.
So my little brother is so Gen Z.
Love.
Just like gay, asymmetrical barista, literally.
Perfect.
And yeah, 2 brothers, and then my cousin is like basically my sister, and she
You-
is a little girl.
Are so gay in like all the good ways
Thank you.
gay. But and then also so straight with your cowboy love.
I'm really, really solidly, personality-wise, 50-50. I'm such a bi personality.
I agree completely.
Mhm.
I agree completely.
And
But
that's why
in
lesbians get
action-
mad at me.
Do they get mad at you? Not really.
Lesbians hit on me like so much, and I love it. I respect it. Like there was a lesbian who threw flowers at me on stage once, like I was fucking Mick Jagger. It was electric. But I have to be like, I'm not really dating anyone right now, let alone women. I'll fuck a guy from time to time, but
Yeah.
like the energy it takes to date a woman, I couldn't possibly right now because I would be a fuckboy.
Yeah.
So I won't even succumb them to that.
You're not going to dabble in that.
No, I would never like purposely break a woman.
Yeah.
But I mean, man.
Yeah. That's so fair. I actually have a woman who's interested in you, which I will
Who?
tell you after we stop the podcast.
Stop. See, the lesbians,
They love
Love
you.
mommy.
They love you.
they love me. I
Let's-
don't know how that happened.
Your DMs after this are going to go crazy.
I mean, my DMs right now, I could go, it's all lesbians.
Do you want to tell them about like your tour or
sure.
your dates or whatever?
I'm a stand-up style comedian. I do stand-up style comedy. I probably am touring to a city near you. Early February, I'm in Florida. I'm all over Florida.
Wow.
And the South, I'm in Virginia. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Georgia. And then I'm like in Wisconsin at some point. I'm in Wyoming at some point. I'm going to the UK end of March.
No way.
Yeah, I'm in Manchester and Leeds and Liverpool and Cardiff, Wales, and then London. Big show in London,
Cool.
March 20th at Leicester Square. And then just like DM me where I should go. I'm just touring my little dick off.
Fuck yeah.
I have 2 podcasts. One is with my dad called Let Me Ask My Dad podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's family friendly, not at all. We talk about meth. And another podcast with my best friend called Le Podcast, available everywhere. And many fun things coming out this year. Just follow me on Instagram and TikTok
Yeah.
at Gabby Bryan. And I just started a YouTube because I guess the boys are there, but it's not. It's
Boys are
exhausting.
Okay. Well, all of that will be in the description below if you guys want to
Perfect.
follow her and find all her stuff. You can just look below. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
It was so fun.
Woo!